What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? DoctorDDub here, and welcome back to another episode of Subnautica. Today, we're gonna do something about this. I've been calling it a nursery. I don't know. We're gonna do something about it, though, and the thing that we're going to do about it is as follows. You can see we only have 75 power, and at nighttime, our little floodlight here starts going off. We don't even have enough power to run this one floodlight throughout the night. So we're gonna fix that. We're gonna add something I probably should have added a little while ago, but with our nursery right here, holy crap, yeah, now we have no power. It's very dark inside. But what I want to add is actually another actually, we need to go get all of our supplies first. Oh, and also, you can see I added this. I don't remember when I did this, or if you've seen this yet or not. But if you plant a creepvine seed cluster, it actually grows creepvine with creepvine seed clusters on it. Also, we have no oxygen in here. I keep forgetting that. But this looks really cool. I wish you had the option to turn out the lights. But we're going to be using a lot of titanium in today's episode. I'm feeling like having a chill episode, just so you are all aware. Spending most of our time, actually all of our time, here at the base, just kind of working on some odds and ends here and there. I hope it will be exciting, but you can actually stack these multi-purpose rooms, which I've done off camera, but I don't think I've shown you guys. And the first time I did it, I thought it looked really stupid because I did it like this, and it looked, I'll just build it just so you can see, it looked terrible. And I was like, why would you ever want to stack multi-purpose rooms when they look like that? They don't even connect. And I was like, no, I'm never doing this, but I was doing it wrong. That's how it's supposed to look. And that's how it looks when you do it wrong, and you leave a gap in between. But I actually wonder if you can, yeah, you can put another one in that missing, or in that gap, so that's kind of cool. Which makes sense, because, yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, what I want to do here is actually, maybe I'll make this entrance up top, but what I want to do here is add a bioreactor. That is right. Something we haven't done in a while, and something we probably should have done a while ago. We need to make room for all this stuff, though, real quick. Okay, much better. I've moved all of these plants over here, because this grow bed is disappearing forever. This is going away, because we're going to put a ladder right here to get up to where our bioreactor is going to be. And for once, this actually positions nicely. I think these work well in multi-purpose rooms. They face the outside, which makes perfect sense. I don't know why it wouldn't. And I don't think you can do one in the middle. You can do one in the middle. Huh. I might do that. And I don't know. Not in this room, though, because the bioreactor, I played around with this a little bit, can actually only go in one spot. You can't put it anywhere except for the center of the room. It kind of becomes the room that you do all your bioreacting in. You can't really do anything else in here because that's all that fits. And you can actually rotate it, and I'm gonna face the console by the ladder, so when we come up, we can just use it right away. We definitely don't have everything for this. We need a wiring kit and lubricant. We also need oxygen, which our base currently doesn't produce. I think we should still have all the materials on us. We can add a solar panel back on top, which I'm wanting to do just to have, I don't know, I think it looks nice having something on the top. Instead of just a round dome. I think it'll look nice. We're not going to get any power from it, obviously, since, you know, it's nighttime. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've seen my base at night. We've got a nightlight. That's awesome. I didn't know those things emit as much light as they do, but that's a really kind of beautiful ambient light. I like that a lot, actually. Okay, so what did we need? A wiring kit, and no, 2 wiring kits and lubricant, I believe. So that's what, 4 silver and lubricant, which I think we already have. 4 silver and lubricant, which I've got stored down here. Also, while we're down here, I might as well cover it, because I don't think we're going to be coming back here too often. I found out, I'm an idiot, Thank you, Carson, for letting me know where my storage container was. I had this thing parked over at the Aurora, partly above and partly below water, and I was only looking underwater. But one thing I found out is you can see it's right here. It's a 16-slot storage unit. You can actually change the location of it by changing it around in here. So if you do it right there, just kidding, if you do it right here, it shows up on this side, on sort of lower down. And if I move it up here, it goes on the other... Whoa, that was trippy. It goes on the other side up top. You can kind of see it. I'm bobbing for it. So yeah, you can change its location to change where it appears on your Seamoth, which I think is pretty cool. But alright, let's go construct those 2 wiring kits. Just kidding, we need power to do that. Also, why is there a peeper? Get out of my base, please. I don't understand why that's so broken. Fix your game, please. We're gonna have to wait. No, we're not. We're gonna go to the life pod real quick and use the fabricator here, because I don't feel like waiting till morning. That's just not gonna happen. I don't have that much time to kill. Alright, let's get these made, and let's head back. Apparently you can't dock your Seamoth without power either, which is interesting. But I guess the sun's coming out since we have a little bit of juice. So we now have oxygen. That's nice. Anyway, let's go finish this thing. Oh, another thing. Nope, wrong button. I realized off camera right before...
Source is a critical step towards self-sufficiency. Consider keeping a photojournal of your achievements to motivate you in times of despair.
Cool. I figured out, and this actually will tie in perfectly, it just told me to take a photo for posterity, and I'm gonna do just that. But you can see there's some ugly stuff here showing up, and I don't like it. So, you can actually open up this tab, which I feel like a total noob for never having even seen this tab before, and toggle on or off different signals. So if I want my game to look like absolute crap, I can do just that and have waypoints everywhere. Or if I want, I can turn them all off, which for the time being, I'm gonna do all but Cora. You can actually change the color as well, which I think is kind of cool. Oh, you can see it happening as we do it. That's really cool. We're gonna keep it orange, since Cora's accents and interior are orange. I think that fits. But alright. F11, I believe? It told me, if I can find it. My mic is totally in my way. And let me get my HUD off as well, which I guess was totally unnecessary to get rid of all those waypoints. We'll take a screenshot, which, I don't know. Oh my gosh, that's what your PDA looks like with your HUD off, by the way. Your photo manager. That's really cool. So you can look at all your photos, and if you click on it, it opens in-game, and apparently pulled up a blurry habitat builder. Whatever, that's really cool though. We're gonna do sort of a before and after. I think that could be kind of fun. Okay, so let me go down real quick, and so we've got windows on the sort of the 3, 6, 9, and 12 o'clock axes for the room. But we need to make some glass, and each window is 1, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces of glass. Oh, and eventually we'll be able to craft stuff at night, which will be really nice. And then we're going to be using a lot of titanium to build up these grow beds and get this thing going. I have played around with it a tiny bit. I don't quite know how it works fully, so we're going to find that out together. I'm going to put some, I guess I can only hold 3 Chinese potatoes. I'm gonna start this thing off by putting stuff into it. It works just like a grow bed in that you just move organic material into it, and it fills up those slots. And as you can see, it's active, and if you look at it right there, it says use bioreactor, charge 6 out of 500. So this thing can provide 500 power, but I don't believe it's... I don't know. I'm not going to say this yet because I don't know how it works. As of now, I'm going to go ahead and say it works as reserve power. So I can use 3 potato plants. Let's say that gives me 300 energy. It's going to stay at 300 until I use it. So during daylight hours, none of our lights will be running. So this should just keep our power at a pretty good level. At nighttime, though, once we use up our 75 from, I guess it's up there, our solar panel on our little flood lamp right out here, then I don't know if it uses them in order or anything, but then it'll start dipping into our reserve power, I think. I will clarify all this. If I'm wrong, I'm going to do a little bit of playing around off camera, but this thing looks cool. All right, let's get those windows in, because this, oh my gosh, what did I press? I don't know. F3 apparently brings up some nasty looking stuff. Okay, let's get the windows in, bring some light into this place, because this is going to be our grow bed area. I haven't decided how I want to treat the lower level, since now this area is going to have so much stuff in it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do a grow bed in the back, and then like the little composite planters, composite plant pots around the side. Or actually, didn't we get something new, like a wall? That's a wall planter. We've had that. Single shelf or single wall shelf, plant shelf, wall mounted plant pot. How does that look in here? That could be really cool if we do. Ooh, I'm getting ideas. Plant shelf, wall-mounted plant pot. Yeah! If we do like one of these on the wall, like in the corners, that's really cool. And it looks beautiful. I'll tweak all this stuff off camera. I'm not going to spend a ton of time making everything look absolutely beautiful. I'll go through and make sure they're all on the same level and all that. But can I put anything? I can put something in that, but it's got to be something of... Ooh. These voxel shrubs. They give us seeds. I wonder if we can use those. Well, first of all, I wonder if they can be used in here. They can. Huh. These might be purely decorational. But that's really cool. If we put that in there, it's gonna have to grow still, but can we look at it as it grows? No, it's gonna take some time. That could be really nice looking. And then if we also add some plant pots around, if we do like 2 along each wall, then we can also put potato plants in here and have a decent looking, functional bioreactor room. It's going to take some experimenting to see what works best in this as far as what biomaterial we're using, or compostable material. Organic material, there we go. To see what works best to determine what I want to plant in here. But I think we'll get one grow bed here in the back. I don't think we'll need to run around this ever, so I'm not going to try to leave a ton of space. So we'll just kind of center it here-ish. And then maybe we could get... Ooh, I wonder if we did... How large are our... What if we got 3, 4, 5? There we go. If we plant this back here, this could be the key. And we'll do this one just because we need it. If we have 4 of these trees back here, we could just slowly cut these down and fill this thing. And that could be a really good source of power. Okay, it already ate through one of them. I don't know how this all works, but it looks like each piece of material contributes X amount of energy, but I don't know what those numbers are quite yet. So, that's really cool though. Also, I'm loving this orange Cora. She's all color coordinated now, and I like it. Alright, I'm gonna modify all this stuff probably off camera before next episode, and we'll come back, we'll start next episode looking at how all this room has changed, because I'm definitely gonna do some different things to it. I want to clean it up a little bit. It's getting a little messy and unorganized, and we're gonna fix it. Alright, that takes care of that. The other thing I wanted to do is first trash this peeper, because it's probably old and disgusting. Actually, no, it's a regular peeper. It's not old and disgusting. We will go eat this, because why the heck not? We haven't cooked a fish in a while. So for old time's sake, let's down this peeper that glitched through our walls. That's what you get for getting into our base. You get eaten. And we'll top off on water just with some lantern fruit real quick. Which, I love these lantern fruit. They're so easy to use. Okay, I've been talking about it for a while, and I haven't added it, and we're, again, going to fix that. Our captain's quarters. I've been talking about it. I want to add it. Let's do it. So we're going to add it off this portion right here. So you go down in our storage room, you drop down the ladder, and you turn to the right. Instead of going in into the moon pool where Cora is, we'll do it right here. I think this will work. And I think it's going to look really cool when it's done. I've got some ideas for it, and they're going to be cool, I think. I don't think this is necessary to have a window here, but I'm going to do it for the time being. If I don't like it, I'll change it. Actually, no, I'm going to do an eye compartment with a window right here. And we don't have any more glass, so let's go fix that. Alright, much better. So add a window on this side, because I don't really need to look out this direction. To me, this is not that great of a view, so I don't see the point. But this, however, is a little bit nicer of a view. You can see a lot more. Plus, we're going to eventually take our base all the way down to the bottom there, which I think will be really cool. That's a ways off, so don't hold your breath on that one. And then we'll do one more, I think. And then turn it, if the land will allow us, which it will. Do a glass eye compartment here. Because again, not a great view, and not a great view here either, but again, it'll allow us to look down upon our base, which for a captain's quarters is really nice. And then we're gonna add, do I want this to stick out? I think that's perfect. Yeah, we're gonna do that there. And instead of going above with this, since I'm trying to tier the base, sort of, so this kind of sticks up, then you've got this level, then we've got another level down here. I want this to actually extend down a level. I'm making this up as I go. I had no intentions of adding a second level to this, but I think it'll look cool. Also, the supports looked a little bit too tall for my liking, and this kind of fixes that, I think. Or at least I hope. I think it looks kind of cool. And we might even do a third. Maybe one above and one below. I don't know. We also might do an X. I don't know, guys. So many options. Okay, let's get inside and start working on this thing. Like I said, this is going to be our captain's quarters. And I'm realizing I forgot to do one more thing, which is going to be awesome. So if we take... Ooh, I don't know. Do I want to go down another level? I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Do we do another one? Does that look ridiculous for a captain's quarters? I think... No, I think 2 will be fine. I want to add an observatory, which this can be added... Oh, I was trying to do it. Can it be put at an angle? It doesn't appear so. It can only go on the sort of the 90-degree portions here. But we're going to do this on the upper level and have a little observatory. I think that's kind of cool looking. I don't know what's down here. I guess just support for the floor.
With a specific research task in mind, observatories and other glass modules are imprudent for survival purposes.
So is the entirety of our captain's quarters. This is entirely going to be cosmetic, non-functional, and just cool looking, I think. Okay, so if we're coming from up here, we drop down, we turn to the right. This hallway's kind of long, but it'll be awesome. And we go into our observatory. That's awesome. I'm thinking we might do, just after seeing it right outside, do like an exterior grow bed right below us and plant nothing but creepvine seed clusters in it. and we'll have some ambient light here at night. That could be awesome looking. Oh man, okay. And we're also going to need a ladder to get down to the lower level. Whoa. I don't plan on doing this unless this works. Which it does. I might do that. I was worried about where having a ladder would go. But I mean, if we look at our stride, it's 3 steps to get across, so that's 1, 2, and then the third would put us on the stairs. So it's slightly realistic. You could just step over it or go around. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna do. Because we can walk right over it without having to jump or anything. You can't actually fall through, which is nice. And into our observatory. Yeah, some ambient light down there is definitely needed. I don't know what's producing light right now. I think it's just the glow from up here. Oh, it's this light right here. I'm dumb. But all right, let's start decorating this place. I'm gonna do just a little bit on camera, and then I'm gonna cut away and show you the finished product, because you guys know I'm very tedious with where I place stuff. And yeah, I don't wanna just spend all the time here. Like that, it already bothers me. I'm gonna end up moving that. But in the swivel chair, can we actually swivel in it? Oh, that's kind of a bummer. You can't swivel in the swivel chair. But that's gonna look so awesome once we get some more base built up here and down there. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. Oh, we don't have any interior lighting, do we? I don't think we do. We've got spotlights, which are only meant to go on the exterior. And they can't even be attached to that, so... And then we've got the lower area, which... it's gonna be kind of cool. I don't quite know how I want to do all this. So the upper level here is gonna be more like business oriented, if you will. Like I kind of want to have a desk off to the side here. Like this is, picture like a CEO's like corporate office. I think that's what I'm going for here. So if we do a desk there, and we can put, you know, like a picture frame on the wall or something, and put a couple photos up. We can do a sign right outside saying, you know, like, please take a number, or I don't know. I'm trying to make this place feel less lonely, to be completely honest. Like, I'm gonna build it maybe with a guest room at some point. Not the captain's quarters, but the base. I might build like a mess hall or I don't know, something to keep the creative juices flowing and make it a little bit more livable in my mind. I know I'm building a survival base to eventually just get off this island, or planet, not island. But that's the kind of stuff I love in these games, is just kind of getting immersed in what you build and just going from there. It's so much more fun that way. Let's figure out where we want our windows to go, though, and then I'm gonna decorate a little bit, and I'll meet you guys when I'm done. But let's get these windows in. I don't know where I want them. We definitely need one behind us, which... just kidding. That's a crappy view. We're gonna do it over here. Much better view. I know it's dark out. We'll do the desk on this side. I'm glad I did that. Otherwise I would have gone all the way through and the room would have been backwards, because that would have looked awful. I want sort of like a majestic looking office sort of for here. And then in the lower level, we're gonna do more of our living quarters with a bed and just everything you need to live through all of this. But alright guys, I will see you in a sec. I'm gonna take probably a little bit of time, and by a little bit, I mean a lot bit of time, to get this place looking to my liking. Alright, remember what it looks like now on the upper level and on the lower level, and I'll see you guys once it's looking nice and pretty. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after much time and effort, this has been probably 2.5 hours maybe? I think it's closer to 2 hours of work. I am finally done, at least for now, with my captain's quarters. I've got my office and my bedroom complete, until at least we go exploring and find some new stuff. But for the time being, I am very pleased with what we have. So down below, we now have our moon pool access as well as our captain's quarters. And if we take the elevator down, it's not an elevator, it's a ladder. I added some hull reinforcement here just because it was looking a little barren. I'm probably going to add some more on these walls here as well. But we've got our lovely little window. Nothing looks too different from here, but behold, there is quite a bit different. And as we round the corner, step inside my office, please. I am so happy with how this came out. I think it's so cool. It's like you've got my chair over here, which I believe this is the only chair that's actually able to be sat in. At least that's positioned up against a desk. But I've got my personal radio there on the left, so I can take calls and make calls as needed. I've got some giant Ming plants to kind of frame me. I've got my go bag there on the ground in case anything happens to go south. I can get out of here on a whim's notice. And then I've got my two little chairs in front of me for whoever wants to sit there. Again, like I said, I'm trying to make this feel a little less lonely. And if I take off my UI for just a sec, we can actually use the vending machine. And we get chips. Rice snack. Generic tasty rice snack. Add sugar, salt, or spices for sweet and savory flavors. Why not? When in Rome, right? Oh, man. And we've got some wall planters on the back here with some voxel shrubs in them, which I think look nice and beautiful. We've got our, I forget what they're called, but these lovely plants on the side, and our massive Aurora poster. That's kind of the theme for this room. Sort of Aurora, elegant, captain's quarters-ish. So we've got a little waiting bench here with plants flanking it, our Aurora photo on the wall. Some more chairs over here. I couldn't figure out what to do in this section, so I added some two office chairs for the time being. Another two mirroring voxel shrub wall planters, and then a photo, which took me probably about 30 minutes to get. I swam over to the Aurora, or not swam, took Cora over to the Aurora, and you can see this photo is actually taken from out of water. I had to build an eye compartment on the ocean floor, which is pretty deep down, and then a tower of vertical connectors connecting it to another eye compartment, which I then attached to a multi-purpose room and added a window in. And then I had to go farm quartz because I didn't have quartz to build the hatch. And then I got a hatch built, got inside, and took this lovely photo. I'd like to take a better photo at some point, but I was just so tired by that point that this is gonna do for now. It's not as large as I had hoped, but whatever, it's fine. And you can also see the edge of the window frame, which is, you know, right here. I couldn't get all the way up. You can actually see some window frame. It's just really dark that it's hard to tell. So yeah, that's what that is. And then we've got our Aurora miniature, or little model Aurora right here. I might flip it around to make it match that photo, but I'll do that once I take a final photo for that, because I think that'll look awesome. And yeah, that does it for in here. These are empty shelves for the time being. I've only found a couple items that can actually be placed on shelves, so I'm sure there's plenty more. I just don't have them yet, so this is kind of waiting. That's going to be sort of like a trophy case, sort of. Anything of value that we can place on a shelf. And there's no way to interact with it, I don't believe. You just place items onto it. So there's only certain items that can be placed on shelves. But that is not one of them. Or it's not able to be interacted with. So, yeah, that's it for there. Nothing has changed in here, except I repositioned this so it's more central. I think it looks nice. And the view from here, guys, it's beautiful. I love it. This is so cool. I can't wait to build one of these in an even, a place with an even better view. That's going to be just amazing. And I played around, whoa, sorry for that. I played around with adding a grow bed down there, and it looked horrible. because you can't place it directly on the ground there. I had to add foundation, and that got rid of supports for our multi-purpose room, and it just looked terrible. So we're not going to do that after all. It was a cool idea. But if we come down here into our bedroom, I'm in love, guys. It's beautiful. Ta-da! It's lovely. So we'll start over here with our panoramic windows. It's lovely. I've got 3 windows here in the back, and that's it. Looks like there's some lighting issues going on. I don't know why this chair is lit and this one's dark. That's really strange. But these chairs are not able to be sat in. They're purely decorational. Sort of just a table to chill at, and I envisioned this originally as like a chess table, but there's obviously no chess table in this game, or at least not that I have. Maybe, who knows, maybe there is. Here we've got our 3-tiered shelves, which took me about 5 minutes to position appropriately. If you look at this, the gap between the bottom and that gray plate is the same as the top and that gray plate. They're equidistantly spaced from the edges. Same with this one. And this one on the left is in the middle of the other two, which took me forever to balance out how I wanted this to look, but I think it came out pretty nice. Same deal with the shelves here. I think we found this last episode, actually. This little, I don't even know what it's called, but it's cute and adorable, and it's going on our shelf. Again, same thing with the other shelves. When we find more stuff, we'll add it here. We've got some more voxel shrubs down here, and then we've got our wardrobe, as I'm calling it. And at the end of the last episode, I asked you guys to let me know if I missed anything in the Aurora. Before hearing anything, I immediately, as soon as I finished recording that and editing it, I went right back in and did another clean sweep of the Aurora, at least the parts we checked out. And I did happen to find a couple things we missed. Mostly they were just water bottles and batteries, but we did find this cool little hat, which I think is awesome. It's a baseball cap that you can actually wear, but since it's only going to appear here, it's not going to look that cool. So I just put it on top of our dresser to make it seem more dresser-like. And then our bed, of course, we've got the double-wide bed, because why the heck not? It's much more regal than the single bed. And every time we come here at night to just relieve some stress and just, you know, detox and calm down, we've got a poster reminding us to do just that, to keep calm, which I think is really awesome. These little pink cap mushrooms are nice and adorable. They go well with the keep calm sign, I think. And then in front, we've got a bench that we can sit down and take a load off to take our shoes off before we go to bed, which is something you can actually do. And to our left here, we've got our aquarium, which I realized had a clear back, so I wanted to put it in front of a window, which at first I thought was going to look terrible until I realized it had a clear back. It looks awful with all that stuff behind it. But we've got a spadefish, a peeper, a hoverfish, and a hoopfish, and I plan on adding to it. Eventually, I'd like to have these as our sort of trophy fish. There's only able to be 8 slots of fish. I haven't seen a fish that takes up more than 1 though, so 8 fish can fit in here, which is just so cool. And if you look at our panoramic windows here, we have quite the view. I know we can go right up this ladder and look out that, but this is cool too, to have, you know, when we're laying in bed looking out at that view. It's beautiful. I love it. To the left of our aquarium, we have a little science laboratory station for ourselves. No need to sit, because you don't sit when you're standing at a lab. That makes perfect sense. I know. And I've got a little quote up here by Stephen Hawking. Intelligence is the ability to adapt and change. When I was looking up quotes to put on this wall, I thought that one was perfect, because that is exactly what we've had to do on this ocean planet. Adapt and change in order to survive. And, you know, that's pretty intelligent, right? And then we've got our microscope over here with the little readout. I think it looks kind of cool. It's a Cyma brand, very, very high quality brand. And then we've got our little beaker back in the corner. And then I forget what this thing is. What is it called? A sample analyzer. Very cool. Let's put that thing back. Something like that, I think is what we had. Cool, our sample analyzer with our little test tubes and beakers and all that jazz. And then to our left, we have a little personal office space. Again, this can't actually be sat in, but we've got our little desk with all of our stuff. And a picture frame on the wall, which, feel free to let me know your opinion on this, guys. I originally placed this before I placed the desk, and I was going to put a photo on it. But after seeing this whole setup and how computerized the desk looks, I feel like that kind of looks like a monitor. Unless I want to go to like the alien facility and take a picture of like a really digital looking something or other to make it look like a computer. I think that's kind of going to be my plan. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it as a black screen, which I think looks really nice. But I might go to the alien facility, snap a screenshot, and play around with it, see if I like how it looks. But guys, that is my bedroom. I'd love to have like a rug or something. If someone, mainly Carson, if you wouldn't mind letting me know, if there's a rug in the game or something you can put on the floor, don't tell me where to find it, please, but just whether or not I can hope for that or if that's just wishful thinking. But guys, that does it for our edition. I have no idea how long this episode ended up being because I had to cut quite a bit and take a almost 2-hour break in the middle. So I'm not sure, but I hope you guys enjoyed. That's where we're gonna end it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was a little bit of a fun episode for me. I had a good time with this. It took me like 4 hours to record, but I had a blast regardless. So thank you guys very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. And until then, as always, take care.